Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome to OilTown here in Cities Skylines. Guys, this is a brand new series where we leave the hustle and bustle of the real world life. We set sail with a bunch of cash money moolah in our pocket to try and find an island in the middle of the ocean, rich with natural resources, and to totally build a new city, a new world on these resources. It sounds quite familiar for a lot of real life countries and real life in the past. But guys, this is a brand new series of OilTown. Now, it's probably not going to be a long series. We've got this beautiful little island, and currently it is rich in natural resources, and you probably can tell by the title of the series, the name of the place. It's got a lot of oil. So what we're going to do is basically we're going to build a city, or in our case a country of oil. We're going to use oil as the main industry, and we're going to see if we can turn a profit, if we can build something quite good and a little bit shady. I'm thinking of you, Russia, with all that oil and all those gazillions you have right now. And we're going to see how it goes. So if you enjoyed this, want to see more of OilTown, then make sure you smash that like button down below. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out when the next episode comes out, guys. And of course, first things first, we need to rename it to OilTown. Boom. This is where it begins. So we have nothing here. There is no roads connecting whatsoever. So we need to bring the people to OilTown right now. We got 715,000 in the bank. I don't have all the tiles unlocked yet. So what we need to do is get people here, moving in here, living here, and then we need to create an industry for them to work. Suck up all the oil from the ground, export it, and turn OilTown into a beautiful billion, trillion, gazillion dollar country. And I might make it a tax haven. You never know. You never know. So yeah, first things first, then we need to get people on the island. Now we've done this in the past and all the experiments that we do. One easy way to do it is to bring them in via boat. That's a really easy and simple thing to do. So we're going to try that. But first, before we do any of that, we need to hook up and kind of create a small little neighborhood. Now, nobody has been to this island before. It is totally infested with animals, snakes and spiders, and not the good kind. So we're going to try and create something. Now, it's only a small island, so we don't get much to play around with. So I'm going to kind of create a grid. Or should we base it off where the port is going to be? Now that could be interesting. We're going to think about it. We first land via the boat with a. I mean, we don't want to go cargo harbor, do we? We kind of just want to go normal harbor. So if I place that in, and where I place this in right now is then going to be the official start of the grid. Now this is a big moment. So if I'm going to place it, I'm trying to get the right angle. There. That is it, guys. There is now officially no turning back. We are in OilTown. So I'm going to quickly right now. Let's go straight across there. It's going to go across. Actually, we'll go across by 10. Just because that's on a different level, because it slopes down. But if I use this here, and then bring this up by, let's go 60. There we go. So I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. So if I bring this out by another 10, and bring that up by another 60. So we're going to create this beginning bit here as our little residential area. So we're going to hook this straight up there. I assume over time things will change and will be upgraded. But let's kind of get this now all set up. So we want to create beautiful roads in a little beautiful grid fashion as we get the residents fully moving in. So this is the start of. So I assume this is how countries start. You know when they like first discovered land and they tried to build a city or something upon it. I'm thinking about when, like, you know, that awkward I can't even say the word now. That awkward time where all the countries in Europe then started to set sail to new lands to discover the new world and ultimately to create a new world. I assume when they got there, they realized there's already people living here, but they still took over anyway. They landed and they kind of built cities from the ports that they landed on, and it kind of spread out that way. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to sell it. Actually, pause it because I just realized we're going to be spending so much money. And if I add all this in to be residential from the get-go, we need power, water, and sewage plants as well. So we're going to hook up a little bit of water. I'm going to try and see where the water flows. So it flows kind of in this manner. And we're already going to be polluting OilTown. Now, you're probably thinking, Tiniak, why don't you make it a beautiful place like paradise? You got to remember, guys, this is OilTown. The whole place is going to be polluted with oil. So it's not going to go well. It's definitely not going to go well. Now, we need power. And probably one of the easiest ones to do is like a coal plant. But I think what I'll do is I'll make this road kind of stretch up a bit more. Let's say to about here. And then we'll create... We'll go down by 20 there. We'll create this little area, which will be known as our industrial area. Now, I'm going to try and not to do normal industrial stuff. I want it to be the industries, the oil industries. But I'm going to use this up here right now to be our power plant. Now, where's... Oh, no, wrong one. Wrong button. What power plant do you think I'm going to use? The coal? The oil? The solar power plant? Of course it's going to be the oil one. Who do you think I am right now? Right, place that in. It's going to be hella expensive, so I need to start reaping back the rewards of my money super quick. So I think I'm going to run this all the way down to here. We're going to just quickly bring this up. We're pretty much right, guys. We're taking this beautiful island and we are going to be destroying it. That is just naturally how places like this progress. So I've got the fundamental... Oh, no, wait. I don't have the fundamental stuff set up just yet. I've got to do all the water pipes in these areas. There we go. Run another one up. And then I can put it into play mode. So we've now just literally got to wait until people arrive on the island. So I start to build the houses. I can do a little bit of a fast forward. I don't want to play it too much because, you know, we're going to be losing a lot of money. But as soon as I can get people moving in, the better for us. Look at that. My population is now starting to grow. So they will arrive by boat. The what's the term for it when they're the first people to arrive? I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you call these guys. I'm trying to think of the word. My mind's gone completely blank right now. But they're going to be the first people arriving to OilTown. And now you're going to be known... Is it like the Founding Fathers? Is that kind of what like it is? I don't know because, like, you know, I'm from the UK. This country's been here for, like, gazillions of years. I'm just kind of basing it off, like, when like you know, the UK kind of went to other places and discovered it when it was already discovered. You know, let's forget about that right now. But anyway, it's in play mode. People are coming and they're making their way over. So initially, this gives us a little bit of a commercial demand that we're going to take care of, and I'm going to place it just here. So I have some beautiful shops and stuff set up, and now that's happening, I think it's time to build the reason why we are coming to OilTown, and that is the oil industry. Now, from the first, you know, point of this, I have no initial way to export any goods, so I'm going to have to build the easiest thing to build, and which that is a cargo harbour. Is this slightly sunken into the ground? Right, let's bring that slightly up. I'm not liking how that was slightly sunken into the ground and it was starting to flood a little bit, wasn't it? Right, do we have any boats coming? There's passenger ships passing by right now, which is all good. So, industries. We're now starting to get some industry demand, so we might as well set this up. So, let's create a region, and I need to create an industry region. It's like, at this point, the whole place is going to be an industry region. Look how much oil we've got as well. We are just so rich in the natural resources that contain this place. It is beautiful. Right, I'm just going to cover this up for now. There we go. And we're going to call it, let's rename it, Oil. If I spell oil right, Oil Town. Right. End. Or Corp. Oil Town Corp. There we go. So this is Oil Town Corp. The big, dirty, multi-million-dollar company has taken over this island. And well, it's known, it's built a little town for the workers, but it's just going to suck this whole island dry before it leaves it in ruins. Pretty much. That's just how it's going to go. So we need to place down a main building, and all of this is going to be so freaking expensive. So the quicker I can get it all set up, the better. So let's pause it then. We're going to have the main... Well, that's a big building for a main building. They're not normally that huge, are they? So I need... Actually, let me do the road. So if the road came up to there, could go up to there. And let's say it went 15 on that one. And 10 on that one. That's how these roads will end towards the mountains. And can I fit any of these in? Probably not. Probably not. No, they are quite a little bit too big, but that's okay because I'm gonna squeeze it in. There, we should be able to have the road run along parallel. Yeah, right. So the main building is gonna be placed here. We're gonna have one worker barracks in right now, which I'll kind of place it. How much space it take? It takes up 4, so I could actually do... No, do you know what? We'll do... How many does it hold? Does it tell us? 40 workplaces. Yeah, I don't expect to be too many people living here just yet. The maintenance building we're going to need as well, which I'll place just... let's just place it here. And then we need stuff like all of our oil pumps. So we'll get that rocking and rolling in just a second. Then has any boat arrived just yet? No. So we're still waiting for like 300 people to arrive onto the island. And that's when we will probably see it then come to life. But we are starting to get a delicious industrial demand right now. So these guys are complaining about, you know, stuff. So let's give them what they need. We're going to start small and do like a small oil pump. So I'll do one there. One there. One there. One there. So we've got a couple of small oil pumps right now. We've got all like off. Is this like off-sea drilling and stuff like that, or is this no? It's the no. These are the offshore platform ones. We need a place to store the oil. So I'm just gonna squeeze in a beautiful tank just here, and then we need somewhere to process it. So what's this? Is that the storage for the? Yeah. So like is that the sea storage one? I think so. We've got many different types of storage. Now, which are the processing buildings? So we've got this one that turns it into petroleum. This one that turns it into plastic. Into petroleum. Into plastic. So I think we'll start with the petroleum ones first. So we've got the storage just there. And we'll place that just here. And then hopefully this can be the start of a beautiful friendship on this island. No, it's not going to be, Seniac. Do we have this boat arriving just yet, guys? Because, you know, I'm spending money and all that jazz. I need some residents. Oh, is this boat coming in? It feels like this one's getting awfully a little bit too close for comfort. Oh, there's multiple boats coming in. Ooh, we're headed up to 500 residents very soon. So here come the first steps onto OilTown. So we're going to wait for them to arrive. Can I catch the first person? It's you. You are the founding father, Charles Phillips. You will be renamed forever in history as being the first man on OilTown. There we go, guys. There we go. And now we just have gazillions of them. So I assume this is how, like, you know, they arrived in the Americas. They just, like, landed by a harbour and then got into their cars and then drove to their pre-built houses. Oh, man, could you imagine if that was how it went? Kind of awkward and weird. But, yeah, the industry demand has now decreased. So that just shows you that this is now taken up it. And let's see. We are pretty much producing 16 barrels, which is not a lot. Not a lot indeed. So this also requires oil, or fuel. So it's a good job we got an oil plant there. So the extra remaining oil that gets left over gets to the oil plant, which is great. Again, ships are coming in. We've got nearly over 500 residents. People are moving in. This is going to go really well. So the main thing right now is trying to earn money. So we're going to need to be able to export the goods. And the easiest way to do it, I mean, I could build an air. Let's weigh up the options. So a cargo airport, which would be this one, is 200,000. Whoo! That's a lot of money. Now, if I was, I haven't got no trains or anything like that, but if I was to go by boat, 90,000 for the cargo hub, which includes trains. The cargo harbour is 60,000. Damn, it's a lot of money, isn't it? Now, if I went for the cargo hub, I could incorporate trains on the island to export. Now, that could be pretty beneficial because it could reduce traffic with the sheer amount of trucks that we could have. But I think for now, in terms of just trying to save a little bit of money, I'm going to place it over here. Like that. Just a simple one, just like that, guys. Nothing too fancy. Cheap and cheerful. And at some point, we will switch it up to the train one. So I'm going to want to use, let's say, this road here to try and initially keep the traffic away. So if I just bring that up there, and we'll just kind of, I'm trying to do it all in grid formats because I'm trying to maximize the space that I have. So just for now, this is how we're pretty much going to get it all set up. So this is going to bring us the exports in. It is a cargo one, yeah, just to make sure. So this is how we're going to bring in and export some of the goods onto the island. It connects us to the outside world commercially, which should be good. But again, it costs a lot of money, guys. It really, really does cost a lot of money. So they're wanting more residents right now. They're wanting more people to move on. We've got this delicious boom coming in. And we'll do 3 more grids. And we'll fill that with some more residents. Because more residents ultimately ups more stuff. It then creates more commercial, creates more industrial demand. So, back into play mode then. We're up and running. It's already started to kill off the trees around it, which is not good. We're already ruining the natural environment in OilTown, guys. No. Sad times, but it is what it is. So I'm thinking as well then, ways in which we can get money is slightly upping the taxes. So we're going to make it 11% to live here, like to pay taxes to live here. Same with the commercial as well. They did a low density commercial. Just so we can get a little bit of extra money back in return. If you want to move to this beautiful paradise, you got to pay, guys. You got to pay through the nose right now. So what is losing us the most amount of money? Expenses. So it currently is power, which is understandable because I did go for the big oil plant. Transport is a big one too. But as soon as we start getting some money from the oil corp over here, then it should go well. We'll kind of see how it's going to rock and roll. Now, how many workers are here at the moment? There's 124 workers. So we need to continually up that. And to do that, we bring more and more people to the island. But this small little town that we're now creating is going to soon start complaining about services. They're going to need schools, police station, healthcare, fire station, crematorium, all that kind of jazzy stuff. But we'll really place it in when they really are screaming out loud for it. Just so we could pretty much try and make some money. So we haven't exported a single thing yet. But we are now starting to... Oh, we got a little bit of profit coming in, boys. Little bit of profit. But we're now starting to produce barrels, which is great. Do we have anything stored up in the big oil containers? Oh, yeah, we do. We're 24% full, so that will continually just tick along. That would be nice. At some point, the oil plant will get more fuel. But it's not too big and scary, the OilTown Corp, just yet. But it probably will get over time. Now, money. We're still losing 2,700. A lot of goods have just been imported, and now we are losing power. So, I'm hoping some of these trucks that have just landed contain a little bit of oil, that they will drop it off. Am I seeing an oil tanker here? Go into the oil plant. Yes, an oil tanker is now about to enter. So I think it already ordered oil before it's going to take it from our oil plant. I don't know if that's a thing, but I mean, we're now losing 3,400. What's going on? I think it went down a bit when we started to get a little bit of profit coming in. So I'm thinking we need to up our production then. So we're going to plant down another building, and this produces 4,000 units per week. Or should we now move on to plastic? We get a little bit of plastic production too. That could be also something very beneficial for us. So we'll place this one just here. Start producing some plastic on top of the oil, petroleum that we're now making. Because our barrel storage is getting, well, starting to get full. I mean, if we are going to be struggling for money, I can just dump a lot of oil. I can then like just empty the place and then sell it. But I'd rather turn it into something a little bit more expensive first anyway. Right, I need to solve these issues right now. They're going to want a police station, because if I don't solve them, they're going to get a lot worse. So let's just place now where should I place these? Should we just get one just here? I'll get one just here. There we go, a little police station there. It's all money, money, money at the moment, guys. It's all money, money, money. But we're almost closing on 1,000 residents in OilTown, so it's going well. We're still losing money, but it's going well. Now we need to handle the garbage. That's another big issue as well. So let's try and keep it over here and away from the town. Because as much as the place is going to be polluted, I need to keep my residents alive. Just so I can make sure that they survive and make us money. So I'm not going to use any mods like the normal, power garbage plant that I use, because that does suck up all the jobs, and that's not what I want. So how much units are you producing a week right now? We are making 16,000. So this could hold. This has got a huge capacity, but at some point I will have to empty it. I can try and maintain it with a recycling center, but again, I'll have to then build another one in the future. Landfill, it's a small landfill. Incineration plant gives us power in return, but it's a lot of money for upkeep. It's a lot of money for upkeep. What about a large site? No, we're just going to go for a normal recycling center. And actually, do you know what? I'm going to place it over here. We'll place it just there. Needs some power, and it's going to need some water, and that should handle some of our garbage needs right now. Hopefully, anyway. At some point, we're going to need to build a second one, but we're just getting the basics up and running. Now we've got the deficit's only minus 1,000. Now, did we just have like an export session there? I feel like we must have. No, okay, we're back down to like minus 3,500, so I think we did at one point. Yeah, money is now slowly starting to go out, which is great. But we're going to turn this around, guys. We will turn this around. So, yeah, we've got more expansions now for more residents. So, let's continue the grid format. Right now. And we'll do it by another 20 here. And we'll stick out by another 3. So the grid is slowly coming alive. I need more residents. Pronto. Alright, if I take this across. Go down. Well, that's all connected there. So, yeah. Get all the residents in. We've got some more commercial demand as well, so I'll drop that just there. This will now push OilTown for the first time over 1,000 residents. Yeah. So now they need some healthcare and death care as well, which is not great because this gets expensive. Now I'm going to place this next to the police station. So I'm going to drop it just there. And then a crematorium right next door to it as well. Again, when it's like I'm getting to the point where I could be breaking even and start to make money, then I've got to spend money. Look at that, now down to minus 5,000. Oof, it's a lot of money. It's definitely a lot of money. Right, OilTown Corp, can you make me some more money, please? Now, we've got a lot of barrels, we just need to continually produce it. So, it's like you kind of have to bite the bullet and buy more production buildings. But they cost like a bomb. That one's 30,000. Right, okay, we've now literally just doubled our production in those two buildings. But I'm still continually losing money. So, I'm going to have to find ways to make money until the industry starts to pick up. So we have waves where it's dramatic and it's not so dramatic. We're about to go from one of those not so dramatic waves right now. And then we go back up to the dramatic ones. So let's see then. What is the big culprits at this point? So again, I know it's power. I got to build up on the residential and commercial. That's bringing in a nice chunk of change. So is the industrial. It's bringing in a nice chunk of change as well. But why don't we now look at reducing it by 50%? Reducing our power bill by 50%. No, that's our water bill, sorry. Right, actually, reduce our power bill by 50%. Let me bring my water bill back up to about 70, there. And then we'll see how that turns out. Let's fast forward it to kind of catch itself up. So does that reduce slightly? It's bringing it down. It is bringing it down right now, which is good. I don't want to bring this down because then it reduces how many ships come and stuff like that. And that's not what I need at this point. Oh my goodness me, we're making money. We're making a considerable amount of money right now. Now, why is that? Oh, because one, we just got some big exports. But now they're complaining about power. You're just never going to win. Right, I'm going to bring this up to 70%. So we're at 70% power. That's got to be good, right? It's got to be enough. Yeah, that's enough. Right, and I think now we're going to float between losing and making money. It depends on whether there's an export. But if we're at that stage already, that's pretty good. I'll take that. I'll take that at this point. That's not bad. We're going to grow upon the industry as well. So now this is starting happening. We're starting to make a little bit of money back in return. People are wanting to live here. We've got a ridiculous demand for residential. Now, there'll start to be stages where we then get rid of the low density and start to do high density as well. But we got to work on that a little bit more as well, guys. We got to work on that just a tiny bit more. And at some point, we're going to have to figure out as well the road structure. Because we have just normal roads. As time goes on and the traffic starts to build up, we're pretty much going to want to do larger roads in certain areas. So it's just one of those things. It's over time. So what's going on here? Why is there no production? Oh, did we just sell a load? 5,000. Let me get a nice chunk of change in profit, boys. Yeah. That's good. Once I built this, the OilTown Corp is built up a bit more and starts to continue, constantly produce more and more stuff. We're going to be rocking and rolling, boys. We're going to be rocking and rolling. Now, we've got 1,500 residents moved in right now. And them themselves will also start to produce income and money. But we are mainly focusing on the oil plant to turn this into profit. So we're kind of floating around the 70,000 mark. So I think then, next episode, guys, if you want to see it, smash that like button down below. We're going to take a look at other ways in which we can make money now until OilTown Corp builds up. So it's stuff like creating a small little city park and stuff like that is really what boosts the economy. We got to think about road layouts as well. We'll look at that next episode where we're doing like a couple of main high, traffic density roads. We got to figure something out as well with this because it's polluting really bad. Not to clean it up because, I'm going to be polluting this island so bad, but making sure it doesn't get sucked up into our water supply is what I need to try and make sure. It's one of those things, I need to buy a few more tiles and place one on one side of the of the island and one on the other side as well. But we're kind of sticking around above 70,000. We might drop down a little bit now. But we are consistently staying around that for now. Drops down. We should have an export soon. And the export should bump us. There we go. Back up to 70,000. So I feel like we are losing money over time. But it's not as dramatic as it once was. And let's put it back to play mode now anyway. Next episode we can focus on ways in which we can improve it. So I think I'm going to build like a nice little city park. We do like a what's it called in New York City? Is it Central Park? One of those type things, because you've got this nice beautiful grid format, and I think I'll do it in that direction just here and then build up and around it. Add a few more things in, a few more leisure activities to make the people happy, and just continue to build upon the Oil Town co-op. Hope you guys did enjoy this. Hope you're excited for this series as it continues, where we literally base this whole island around our oil industry. If you do, smash that like button down below, and until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.